Good morning, good morning, good morning, students. I hope you have done with your homework of Accounting Standard 19. Today we are going to solve TYK questions, TYK 10 to TYK 14. But before starting any session, first we will quickly revise our accounting standards. So chalo, आज good morning बोल दो in comment section बेटा. Very good morning. And today we are going to start with AS28. Fresh standard है आज तो CA final standard. Okay. I will upload some extra questions of CA final till afternoon. Okay. So till that time, beta, please आज screen पे ही देख लेना all questions. I will show you all questions on the screen only. Before starting today's session, question starting में AS1 disclosure of accounting policy, S2 inventory valuation, S3 cash flow statement, S4 contingencies and events occurring after balance sheet date, S5 net profit or loss for the period prior period items and changes in accounting policies. 6 beta removed, 7 is construction contract, 8 is removed, 9 is revenue recognition, 10 is property plant and equipment, 11 number effects of changes in foreign exchange rates, 12 number government grant, 13 number accounting for investment, 14 number accounting for amalgamation, 15 number employee benefits, 16 number borrowing cost, 17 number segment reporting, 18 number related party disclosures, 19 number accounting for leases, 20 number earning per share, 21 consolidated financials, 22 accounting for taxes on income, 23 is investment in associates in consolidated financial statement, discontinuing operation 24, 25 is interim financial reporting, 26 is intangible assets, 27 is investment in joint venture, 28 impairment of assets, and 29 is provision, contingent liabilities and contingent assets. Yes, आज थोड़ा सर्दी हुआ है बेटा मुझे, तो गुड मॉर्निंग बोल दीजिए कमेंट सेक्शन में बेटा, फटाफट फटाफट फटाफट. सेकंड मॉर्निंग क्लास, यस बेटा, सेकंड मॉर्निंग क्लास मिला tomorrow evening, and I think then we have session directly on 8. Liability based standard we will schedule in the month of December. Okay, because now in the month of beta, I have some commitments for next 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I requested institute and they granted a permission for 3 days. So that's why they allotted me the morning session. And we are going to complete Ind AS 28 in this 2 to 3 days, because Ind AS 28 is really very difficult one. And liability based standard we will plan for December. Okay, so liability standards हमारे बचने वाले. I will inform you it later on, and on website you will get this information, so don't worry. तो अभी next session will be of impairment, so it's related to asset based only. Okay, say good morning बेटा. So good morning, good morning, good morning. मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ आप सबका. चलिए बेटा जल्दी से आ जाइए. तनीषा जी, पार्थ राणा, यस वेरी गुड. बंसल जी, राहुल शर्मा जी, यस. ऋतुराज, गुड मॉर्निंग बेटा. ये इंग्लैंड का प्लेयर कहां से आया है? यस, चलो. तो बिफोर स्टार्टिंग टुडे सेशन, चलो बाकी लोग अभी तक उठे नहीं है लगता है. सब स्टूडेंट्स मॉर्निंग 7 o'clock उठने की आदत नहीं है लगता है आप लोगों को. हाँ जी. TYK 10. TYK 10. Classify following into either operating lease or finance lease. Write down the answers of TYK. बेटा हम लोग टाइम लगा के सॉल्व करेंगे ये TYK questions. All TYK questions we are going to use बेटा टिक टिकी टेक्निक. ठीक है, चलिए TYK 10 पे आ जाइए. Classify the following into either operating lease or finance lease. बेटा ये तो theory question है. I am not going to take it on by using टिक टिकी टेक्निक. ये तो सिंपल है. So lease has the option to purchase the asset at lower than the fair value at the end of the lease term. But obvious sir, क्या बता रहे हो ये? This is a finance lease. This is a finance lease. If you are giving lessee the option to take the asset at lower than the market fair value, so beta it is always a finance lease. Economic life is a 7 years. Out of that, lease term is 6 years. Array substantial period. Substantial period is with lessee. So if asset is with lessee, then it is called as finance lease. One more time. Yes, finance lease. Next, economic life of the asset is 6 years. Lease term is 2 years, but the asset is special nature and has been procured only for use of lessee. But obvious, sir, if it is specialized in nature, is one of the condition for finance lease. And last one, present value of minimum lease payment is almost equal to fair value. Sir, 90% तक आपने बताया था. So it is also finance lease. All are finance lease. बेटा एग्जाम में IMP क्वेश्चन लिखो. Identify whether it is finance lease or operating lease. Specialized nature का होगा तो भी finance lease. And present value must be equal to fair value. Yes. Now TYK 11. Yes. Any question till now? Good morning, sir. May 24 new syllabus classes when start? When start? But it is already started. I really don't understand such questions. We are done with beta almost 2 months हमारे खत्म होने को आ गए. अभी तो नवंबर मंथ को बेटा हाफ हो जाएगा. चलो कोई बात नहीं. We are done with almost 5 chapters. थोड़ा सा मिसमैनेजमेंट इन द डेज कैलकुलेशन इन एसेट के इम्पेयरमेंट ऑफ एसेट्स एक बड़ा स्टैंडर्ड था जो मेरे से गलत हो गया था डेज कैलकुलेशन में. सो बेटा इट विल टेक मिनिमम 2.5 days. तो इसलिए थोड़ा सा हमारा गड़बड़ हो गया. बेटा सर्दी है इसलिए थोड़ा सा अभी. हाँ जी चलिए. TYK 11. Yes बेटा TYK 11. A machine was given at 3 years operating lease by dealer of the machine for equal annual lease rental to give 30% margin on cost. तो सबसे पहले हम लोग क्या करेंगे? 30% margin on cost. Economic life is 5 years. Output from the machine are estimated 40, 50, 60, 80, 70. Straight line depreciation in proportion of output is considered. Compute annual lease rent. Lease rent income to be recognized in each operating year and depreciation of 3 years का lease. चलो सबसे पहले write down number 1 annual lease rent is equal to total lease rent divided by 3 years. Working note 1. After 5 lines beta, working note 1. Total lease rent 130% into cost into output for 3 years divided by output for 5 years. So 130% into cost 1,50,000 into output for 3 years 40, 50, 60, 40 plus 50 plus 60 and output for 5 years 40, 50, 60. What is given? 80 and 70. So ये कितना हुआ चेक करो. कहाँ गया कैल्सी? 40, 50, 60. ये 150 है. 300 है. So 1,50,000 into 130% डिवाइड बाय क्या ये डिवाइड बाय 2 150 और ये 97,500. So 97,500 divided by 3 32,500. So annual lease rent is 32,500. Second question. Roman 2. Rent income to be recognized. Year rent income in P&L. 1, 2, 3. 97,500 is for output of 150. So for the first year output is 40. 50. Calci shortcut. 97,500 divided by 150. $26,000, 32,500 and 39,000. Easy in the ratio of output. And last question, depreciation. Depreciation is always on cost. So here, depreciation 1,50,000 divided by 300. Here it is always divided by 300 because it is in 5 years. 1,50,000 divided by 300 into 50. It's for the 1,50,000 for whole output, beta. See the difference. चलो कीजिए 1,50,000 divided by 300 into 40 is equal to 20,000, 25,000, 30,000. So depreciation is always on cost. Easy. So we have finished with TYK 11 also. IMP, operating lease का question था. Yes, you can take a screenshot if you want. तो आप सबका ये भी हो गया. TYK (11) we have finished with. Easy है. Calci shortcut is बेटा 97,500. See, this is common ना. तो कैल्सी के दिमाग में रह जाता है. कैल्सी शॉर्टकट 97,500 डिवाइड बाय 150 into just press 40 is equal to 50 is equal to and 60 is equal to. Next, TYK अभी आ जाइए बेटा TYK नंबर 12 पे. TYK 12 Lessee Limited took a machine from Lessor Limited. The fair value is 7 lakhs. Fair value 7 lakhs. The economic life of the asset of lease term is 3 years. Beta, now I am not going to solve this question. First I am going to ask this question. Yes. देखिए अभी कैसे मैं आपको फॉर्मेट बना के देता हूं. इकोनॉमिक लाइफ इज गिवन. लेसी पेज एवरी ईयर ₹3 lakhs. 3 लाख रुपए का लेसी पेमेंट कर रहा है. गारंटेड रेसिडुअल वैल्यू 22,000. बट Lessor Limited estimate that residual value of the machine will be only 15,000. पर हम लोग 22,000 ही कंसिडर करेंगे. The implicit rate is 15% and present value of the rate is given. Calculate the value of machinery to be considered by the lessee. देखो and finance charges in each year. देखो मैं आपको पहले ही बोल देता हूं. TYK 12 write down. Machinery is recorded at present value of minimum lease payment or fair value. Present value of minimum lease payment working note 1. I will draw the table for you. year cash flows three lakhs discounting factor at the rate of 15%. Now you will calculate this. Once you get lower of calculation of, और क्या क्वेश्चन में पूछा है? Finance charges. For that you will need year, principal sum outstanding at the beginning, interest at the rate of 15%, repayment. Yes, beta. Rate is given in the question. And principal sum outstanding at the end. 15% you will consider from question itself. And I can write repayment 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs, and 3,22,000. 3,22,000. Chalo, calculate. Tell me the answer at the end. Okay, चलो आपके आंसर्स आने के बाद देखेंगे. You can check the answer. So it's a 42,501 rounding of difference. Rounding of difference is almost 500 rupees and last में 0. These are your interest. You can check the answer. You can check the answer. ये आपका आंसर है TYK 12. TYK 12. Are you getting the same answer, beta? Tell me it in the comment section. हाँ बेटा गुंजन, मेरा वॉइस बेटा मैंने जानबूझ के ये आंसर आपको ही लिखने को बोला था. आई हैव गिवन यू द फॉर्मेट, तो फॉर्मेट मैंने दिया था इसलिए वॉइस मेरा मिसिंग था. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन भी मैं आप ही को ट्राई करने लगाऊंगा. आई विल गिव यू द फॉर्मेट. नो स्पून फीडिंग. ये आंसर आपका सेम आना चाहिए. अदरवाइज यू कैन टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट. आपको चाहे तो बाद में लिख लेना. बट आई डोंट वांट टू गिव यू दी. यस गुंजन जी, जो लास्ट में लेस्सी लेस्सोर को गारंटी देता है उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं गारंटेड रेसिडुअल वैल्यू. टीवाई के 13 में आ जाइए बेटा. आईएमपी क्वेश्चन है, एग्जाम में बहुत फेवरेट क्वेश्चन है. यस ये ध्यान में रखिए. नो बेटा, डोंट टेक अप टू 4 डिजिट. संयम. 4 डिजिट्स तक क्यों नहीं लेना है? क्योंकि फैक्टर्स आर गिवन बाय आईसीआई ओनली. जब फैक्टर्स दिए रहेंगे तो आपको लेना वही फैक्टर्स है. तो दोज हु सॉल्व्ड बेटा बाय यूजिंग 4 डिजिट्स ऑल आर रॉन्ग. इंस्टीट्यूट ने फैक्टर्स दिए हैं. संयम नहीं करना है वे. चलिए 13 नंबर पे आते हैं. 13 नंबर. BNP availed a lease from N&L. Lease period is 3 years, beginning from 2009. 10 lakhs. And has expected useful life 5 years. Fair market value is also 10 lakhs. तो वही अपने को लेना है. The property revert backs to the lessor on the termination of the lease. UGRV is 1 lakh. 3 equal annual installments are to be made. Consider IRR 10%. Lease constitute finance lease and calculate unearned finance income. देखो सबसे पहले तो एक क्राइटेरिया याद रखो. क्लासिफिकेशन. राइट डाउन. क्लासिफिकेशन एज फाइनेंस लीज. पैरामीटर 1. अभी पहला पैरामीटर क्या है? Present value of minimum lease payment almost covers fair value. अभी प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फेयर वैल्यू कितना है हमें पता है. फेयर वैल्यू इज रुपीज 10 lakhs. वर्किंग नोट 1 में हम लोग कैलकुलेट करेंगे प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. पैरामीटर 2 मेजर इकोनॉमिक लाइफ. मानसिक कल का सेशन देख लेना. ऐसा मैं हर एक को एंटरटेन करते बैठा तो बेटा अपना सिलेबस 4 साल बाद ही खत्म होगा. सो कल का सेशन देख लीजिए. अभी ऐसे भी रुक जाइए बिकॉज वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद S28 विद इन 10-15 मिनट्स. तो आप वैसे भी रुक जाइए अभी. ओके. 4 लाइन्स छोड़ दीजिए. हाँ नहीं, मेजर इकोनॉमिक लाइफ, द लीज टर्म 3 years and lease term is 3 years and लाइफ, एसेट की लाइफ कितनी है? 5 years. सो अभी ये 50-50 बोल सकते हैं. सो मेजर लाइफ ही बोलेंगे. मेजर लाइफ इज कवर्ड, therefore finance lease. Next, working note 1, present value of minimum lease payment. How we are going to calculate this? Okay. And annual lease payment. Present value of minimum lease payment and annual lease payment. देखिए बेटा, चेक. आपको कैसे कैलकुलेट करना है? सी, सीरियल नंबर, पर्टिकुलर्स, कंप्यूटेशन, रुपीज. रोमन 1, कॉस्ट ऑफ इक्विपमेंट given 10 lakhs. Red pen, which you don't have to cover from the lessee, is UGRV का प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. ओके, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ UGRV. बिकॉज लेस इज नॉट गोइंग टू पे यू दैट ना. तो UGRV आप लोगों को वैसे भी आप लोगों को मिलने वाला है 1 लाख इंटू लास्ट ईयर का 0.7513. $75,130. Roman 3, number 3, present value of lease payment to be covered. हाँ, ये याद रखो, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ लीज पेमेंट टू बी रिकवर्ड बोलो, टू बी रिकवर्ड. $924,870. Roman 4, annual lease payment. Roman 3 divided by annuity factor 2.4868. 371,912. So working note 1 over, and Roman 4 unearned finance. Roman 4 you are going to receive it for 3 years is equal to lease rentals plus GRV minus present value of UGRV, present value of lease payment plus GRV 0. Yes. $1,90,000 नहीं, इसमें UGRV भी ऐड करना रहेगा, प्लस UGRV प्लस 1 लाख भी ऐड करो. 371,912 into 3 plus 1 lakh, 2 lakh. $290,866 is the unearned finance income. 290,866 is the unearned finance income. कैसे निकाला? लीज रेंटल टोटल प्लस जीआरवी प्लस यूजीआरवी माइनस प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ मिनिमम लीज पेमेंट, या एमपी था. $924,870 almost covers 92.48%. Therefore फाइनेंस लीज सिर्फ 1 लाख रुपया नहीं मिलने वाला है. लॉजिक इज वेरी सिंपल. आईएमपी था ये क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में भी आएगा बेटा, इसको अच्छे से मार्क करके रखना. आईएमपी क्वेश्चन, ओके. हाँ, ये रोमन 5 है. रोमन 5. रोमन 4 अपने को मिलने वाला है 3 साल तक, प्लस जीआरवी 0 प्लस यूजीआरवी ये मिलेगा, माइनस प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ मिनिमम लीज पेमेंट. अनअर्न्ड फाइनेंस इनकम मतलब क्या? ग्रॉस इन्वेस्टमेंट माइनस नेट इन्वेस्टमेंट. दिस इज द करेक्ट आंसर बेटा. डोंट रेफर इंस्टीट्यूट आंसर. चलिए, over. So here we have finished with all illustrations of S19. इजी था बेटा। S26 भी कर ले क्या आप भी? S26 भी कर ले क्या आप भी? क्या S28 यू वांट टू स्टार्ट? जल्दी कमेंट सेक्शन में लिखो। ये आईएमपी क्वेश्चन है, ये बहुत अलग क्वेश्चन था। आईएमपी क्वेश्चन मार्क करो। ये क्वेश्चन एकदम मुश्किल नहीं था पर अलग था। Yes, should I finish first S26 before break? And after break, beta, we start with S28. You only tell me. Chalo, waiting for your replies. Maximum कोई आंसर्स आने दो। Yes, beta, this is the correct answer. चलो ठीक है, पेंडिंग नहीं रखते। We will start with S26 first. And S26 then we'll take a break. एक 20-25-30 मिनट का ये हो जाएगा। And after 30 minutes बेटा we are going to start, नहीं तो पेंडिंग हो जाएगा। Okay, so we'll finish first S26. Okay, चलो S26 में आ जाओ। मेरा ब्रेक के बाद S26 के बाद एक 30 मिनट्स ओनली विल फिनिश इट ऑफ। यस बेटा कौशिक, यू हैव टू फॉलो माय वे, जो मैंने अब भी लिख के दिया है। दिस इज द करेक्ट आंसर। आई नो आई एम गोइंग टू चेंज इट। चलो आंसर्स के आप लोग स्क्रीनशॉट ले लेना। S26 के कुछ एग्जांपल्स, हाउ वी हैव टू राइट इट, एक बार देख लीजिए कैसे लिखने हैं। मून लिमिटेड हैज प्रोवाइडेड द ट्रेनिंग टू इट्स स्टाफ ऑन वेरियस न्यू टाइप्स। अभी आप लोगों को ये समझ में आया होगा। which provided training to its staff various new topics like GST, accounting standard index to ensure all compliances as required as per law. Can company recognize the cost of staff training as intangible asset? Facts of the case. See, we do not have control, no control on staff. एग्रीमेंट वगैरह करके कुछ नहीं फायदा। एग्रीमेंट यू कैन ब्रेक इट। सो इफ यू हैव एग्रीमेंट विद योर एम्प्लॉय स्टिल इट इज नॉट कंट्रोलेबल। भाई कोई किसी का सुनने वाला नहीं है। हम लोग ना मम्मी पापा का सुनते ना टीचर का सुनते, तो स्टाफ किसका सुनने वाला है? इज नॉट पॉसिबल। सो यू डू नॉट हैव कंट्रोल ओके ओवर योर स्टाफ। तो मून लिमिटेड प्रोवाइडेड ट्रेनिंग प्रोविजन, फैक्ट्स ऑफ द केस। मून लिमिटेड प्रोवाइडेड training to its staff on various new topics like GST, accounting standard index, etc. To ensure the compliances as per required by the law, the company is recognizing such cost of training as intangible asset. Provision. Asset should be recorded, intangible asset should be recorded if and only if it is probable that the future economic benefit will flow to the enterprise. Rattamar, the cost can be measured reliably. Also, if enterprise can controls an asset by restricting the access of others to those future economic benefits, the asset will qualify as intangible asset. So इसमें सबसे important क्या था? Can control. अरे आप मैं किसी को कंट्रोल कर सकता हूँ क्या? ना मैं बीवी को कंट्रोल करता हूँ, ना मॉम को कंट्रोल करता हूँ, ना बेटे को कंट्रोल करता हूँ. तो यहाँ पे सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट कंट्रोल आप स्टाफ एम्प्लॉइज को कहां से कंट्रोल करोगे? और एम्प्लॉइज को कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाएंगे तो बेटा इसका मतलब क्या हो जाएगा? वेरी सिंपल, यू कैनॉट रिकॉर्ड एज एन एसेट. कंक्लूजन. In the case, it is clear that the company will obtain the economic benefits from the work performed. No doubt, your staff will definitely give you benefit, but you do not have control over the staff. Hence, company lacks the ability to restrict the access to those benefits. ये रट्टा मार है, ये पूरा provision by heart है. At the end, you can take the beta screenshots. Hence, company lacks the ability to restrict the access of others. Therefore, staff training cost does not meet the definition of intangible assets. तुरंत लिख लो बेटा. Example 1. Yes, index बना लो. Index बनाया हुआ है क्या? हाँ जी बेटा, बनाया हुआ है. ठीक है, ध्यान दीजिए. ट्रेनिंग कॉस्ट कैन नॉट बी रिकॉग्नाइज्ड एज इंटेंजिबल एसेट्स. ठीक है, बाद में बना लेना बेटा. यस. सो वी हैव डन विद द इलस्ट्रेशन. एग्जांपल नंबर 1. आगे आगे बढ़िए सर. एग्जांपल 2. वेरी सिंपल. Only 6 questions are there and 5 examples. Example 2. Example 2. Example 2. चलो. एग्जाम्पल 2 बेटा ध्यान देके सुनना. Enterprise developing a new production process. During the year 2001, expenditure incurred 10 lakhs. 9 lakhs before 1st December 2001 and 1 lakh incurred between December 2001 and 31st December 2001. The enterprise is able to demonstrate on some production which met the criteria of intangible assets. The recoverable amount of know-how embedding in the process is estimated of 5 lakhs. Recoverable amount, beta, today we are going to see it. What is recoverable amount? At the end of the year 2001, the production is recognized as intangible assets, cost of 1 lakh. At the end of the, yes, I will draw the diagram for you. 1st January 2001 to 31st December 2001. Up to here, 1st December 1, 9 lakhs, 1 lakh. यहाँ पे intangible assets हुआ, intangible assets. So before this, no intangible assets. At the end of the year 1, हम लोग 1 lakh को intangible assets करके record करेंगे. The 9 lakh expenditure will recorded as an expenses because intangible assets is not, you cannot define on before 1st December 2001. During the year 2002, expenditure is 20 lakhs. And at the year end 2002, the recoverable amount is 19 lakhs. तो अभी देखो 1 lakh ऑलरेडी कैपिटलाइज था plus 20 lakhs. So your carrying amount will be on 2002 1 lakh plus 20 lakhs, and your recoverable amount is 19 lakhs. So 2 lakhs is called as impairment loss. 2 lakhs को क्या बोलते बेटा? Is impairment loss. Okay, so see the answer. 2 lakhs को हम लोग बोलेंगे impairment loss. Okay, yes. तो 2 लाख को इम्पेयरमेंट लॉस बुलाते हैं. अभी ये कॉन्सेप्ट, यस, वी आर गोइंग टू सी इट इन AS28. सो लीव इट नाउ, लीव इट नाउ. वी आर गोइंग टू कवर इट इन AS28. अभी मत कीजिए. एग्जाम्पल 3. An enterprise has purchased the exclusive right to generate hydroelectric power for 60 years. 60 साल तक के राइट्स है. The cost of generating hydroelectric power are much lower than the cost of obtaining power from alternative sources. तो लोग इधर ही अट्रैक्ट होंगे हाइड्रोइलेक्ट्रिक पावर में. It is expected that geographical area surrounding the power station will demand a significant amount of power from power station for at least 60 years. तो बेटा now criteria is, so 10 years का criteria या 60 years का criteria? Normally 10 years होता है. Rebuttable presumption. See, rebuttable presumption is that kitna 10 years, but here you can demonstrate 60 years. इसलिए हम लोग 60 साल लेंगे. इसलिए we will consider 60 years. Okay, normally rebuttable presumption of S26 is 10 years. कितना है rebuttable presentation? 10 years. पर यहां पे 60 years you will take. So example 3, 60 years. B, an enterprise has exclusive right to operate toll for 30 years. There is no plan to construct alternative route. Therefore 30 years लेना है क्या? Yes. भले rebuttable presentation 10 years होगा, the enterprise can take it to 30 years. Okay. Yes. Next one. Example 4. Company X has purchased the copyright to produce the safety equipment for sale in the market. The rights obtained for 10 years. So intangible asset 10 years. After 7 years, due to change in the environmental law, a new technology are to be considered. Okay. तो हम लोग remaining जो भी balance होगा will be considered as impairment loss. Okay. So we will amortize it, revised it. Yes. ये हम लोग 7 साल बाद क्या करेंगे? राइट ऑफ द बैलेंस इन द ईयर ऑफ इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ द लॉ. सी बेटा ये थोड़ा सा गलत हुआ है. ये आंसर नहीं लिखना है, ये गलत हुआ है. यू कैन राइट आंसर एज पर इंस्टीट्यूट वे कि इट कैन बी रिवर्स. रिमेनिंग 3 years कैन बी रिटर्न ऑफ. Illustration 1. ABC develop know-how. वो भी इम्पेयरमेंट का ही है. हाँ, इलस्ट्रेशन 1 पे आ जाइए. Illustration 1. ABC Limited develop a know-how by incurring the expenditure of 20 lakhs. The know-how was used by the company on 1/4/2001 and useful life is 10 years from the year of commencement. The company has not amortized the asset till 31st March 2008. Oh, pass the journal entry. देखो 1/4 to 31st March 2007, and here it is 31st March 2008. Draw the diagram. 1 मतलब 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have completed 6 years and this is your 7th year. So 6 years, 20 lakhs, zero salvage value if nothing is given, divided by 10 years into 6 years. So 12 lakhs you completed and 2 lakhs is your 7th year expenditure. So draw this diagram. 20 lakhs में से divided by 10 years into 6 years already completed. So it is called as prior period item. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? We already have not provided. So this is our mistake. हमारी मिस्टेक हुई है पहले 6 साल में प्रोवाइड ना करना. तो आंसर प्रेजेंटेशन this is rebuttable presumption that useful life of the intangible assets cannot exceed 10 years. Amortize should commence from the date of asset is available to use. And as per AS5, net profit or loss prior period items and changes in accounting policy, prior period item means expenses or income recorded in the current year as a result of omission. So beta, we are going to see this in AS5. So हमारी पिछली गलती हमें अब भी समझ में आई. बहुत बढ़िया प्रोविजन लिखा हुआ है. So आपको सेम प्रोविजन को कंटिन्यू करना है एंड ये एंट्री पास करनी है. ओके, वेरी सिंपल. प्रायर पीरियड आइटम 12 lakhs एंड 2 lakhs ये आपका करंट ईयर का खर्चा है. The company spent 45 lakhs for publicity and research expenses. One of its new consumer product, research expenses, which was marketed in 2001-2, but the proved to be failure. How you are going to deal with this? But obvious, this is P&L में जाने वाला है. Yes, provision as per AS26, intangible assets should be recorded only and only if Rattamar point, the probable that the future economic benefit will flow to the enterprise and cost can be measured reliably. Future economic benefit you are not going to incur, therefore you cannot record this as an asset. It will be recorded as expenses. Next, illustration 3. A company with a turnover of 250 crores and annual advertisement budget of 2 crores had taken the marketing a new product. It was estimated that it will have a turnover of 25 crores. The company has debited the profit and loss account में full 2 crores incurred on extensive special initial advertisement campaign. But obvious, only development expenditure is allowed. बाकी कोई expenditure is not allowed. So answer is intangible assets in provision. Expenditure on intangible assets should be recognized as expenses when it is incurred unless it forms the cost of intangible assets. Rattama. Okay. Thus, as per the facts, no intangible asset is created. Therefore, company statement is correct. मस्त लिखा था. Next, TYK 10. TYK 10. But आज ऑपरेटिंग लीज में जैसे हमने कैलकुलेट किया, the same way you are going to calculate in this question. Okay? ठीक है? चलो. स्विप लिमिटेड एक्वायर्ड अ पेटेंट. कितने का पेटेंट लिया? 80 lakhs. Sweep Limited 80 lakhs. Life cycle is 5 years. The company capitalized the cost and started amortization. 10 lakhs per annum. The company has a paper amortization first 2 years on the basis of economic life. And after 2 years, it was found that they have product life cycle may continue for another 5 years. The patent was renewable and got it renewed after expiry of 5 years. The net cash flows ये दिए हुए हैं. Find out the patents of the amortization cost of the patents. देखो 10 lakhs फर्स्ट ईयर में हमने प्रोवाइड किए. 10 lakhs 20 lakhs. Okay, now you left with 60 lakhs. And 60 lakhs कौन से रेशियो में डिवाइड होगा? Divide it in the ratio of 36:46:44:40:34. और लीजिए कैलसी पे 36 + 46 + 44 + 40 + 34 total is 200. So on calci 60 lakhs divided by 200 into 36 is equal to 46 is equal to 44 is equal to 40 is equal to and 34 is equal to. लीजिए कैलसी पे 60 lakhs divided by 200 into 36 is equal to 10,80,000. Very good. 46 is equal to 13,80,000. Very good. 44 is equal to 13,20,000. Very good. 40 is equal to 12 lakhs and 34 is equal to 10,20,000. Very simple कैलसी शॉर्टकट. पहले साल में 80 लाख डिवाइड बाय 10 लाख 20 लाख गया, बचा 60 लाख. प्रोस्पेक्टिव इफेक्ट 60 लाख डिवाइड बाय आउटपुट इनटू जितना आउटपुट है उतना प्रोवाइड करेंगे. AB launched with a product in October 2001. The company incurred 20 lakhs towards research. Research expenditure should be recognized as expenditure. So charge to P&L इतना याद रखे. It's very simple question. And last TYK 12. ये तो हमने ऑलरेडी किया था. हाँ जी. एंड लास्ट क्वेश्चन है TYK का. फिर हम लोग ब्रेक ले लेंगे और ब्रेक के पार हम लोगों का रहेगा impairment. Okay, so we have finished with all questions of S26 also. Yes, अभी स्क्रीनशॉट का टाइम होगा बिफोर ब्रेक. हाँ जी, ये ऑलरेडी कवर किया था. During 2001 an enterprise incurred cost to develop and produce routine low risk computer software, not low risk computer software. Completion of detailed program, coding and testing, other coding cost, testing cost, product master and packing the product. Very very important. So बेटा यहाँ पे ये दोनों आपके P&L में जाएंगे, ये तीनों आपके कैपिटलाइज होंगे और पैकिंग P&L में जाएगा. यू कैन राइट लाइक दिस. सी कंप्लीशन ऑफ डिटेल प्रोग्राम एंड कोडिंग इज योर research. You can call it as research. Then other coding, testing and product master is your development. And packing is your secondary. Packing is always P&L. Packing cost is always transferred to P&L. Research और development का definition लिखना है, रट्टा मार. The cost incurred in creating the computer software product should be charged to research expenses and development expenses until the technology feasibility of the asset recognized criteria has been met. And एक बार वो रिपोर्ट आ गया तो बेटा ये क्या होगा, आपका कैपिटलाइज हो जाएगा. कंक्लूजन वही दिया है. सो कौन सा आपको कैपिटलाइज करना है, कौन सा P&L में डालना है. यस, ओवर. सो हियर वी हैव फिनिश एटलीस्ट डिस्कशन ऑफ S26 विच इज वेरी इजी. ओके, तो ब्रेक के बाद हम लोग ये करेंगे S28. बट बिफोर दैट स्क्रीनशॉट्स का टाइम है. यस बेटा, आज मैं थोड़ा फास्ट था बिकॉज वी हैव टू फिनिश इट. यू रीड दिस स्टैंडर्ड. आज बेटा हमें टाइम में भी खत्म करना है. सो आई वॉज वेरी फास्ट टूडे. S26 वी हैव फिनिश विथ बिकॉज कॉन्सेप्ट ऑलरेडी डन बेटा. इट्स योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू रीड दिस क्वेश्चन एट होम. तो आपका रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी था. स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिए और जो भी बच्चे रिकॉर्डिंग में देख रहे हैं बेटा पॉज करके लिख लीजिए. एंड ब्रेक के बाद बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट स्टैंडर्ड S28. बिल्कुल भी मिस मत कीजिए। S28, I'm going to take it for 2 days. चलो, so we will take a break. और ब्रेक के बाद बेटा प्लीज डोंट मिस इट, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्टैंडर्ड और ट्रिकी स्टैंडर्ड S28। चलो फास्ट आ जाइए। Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back once again. And now it's time to start a difficult as compared to S19. I won't say it's a difficult standard, but in this standard, you have some impairment treatments for cash generating unit. Second one, you need goodwill adjustment, which needs a knowledge of amalgamation. So I can't take that amalgamation part now because you won't understand it. But remaining part you can easily understandable. So let's start with this must standard, which is called as impairment of assets. So beta, first start with the overview, introduction and applicability. So before starting this accounting standard, yes, I will give you one example first. Let's understand the logic behind it. Okay, लॉजिक बिहाइंड इट समझने की कोशिश करेंगे, ठीक है। चलिए अभी ध्यान देना, पूरा थियोरी इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू, आई एम गोइंग टू गिव यू सम एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चंस। मैं आपको कुछ एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चंस देने वाला हूं, जो एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चंस आपको स्टैंडर्ड के बारे में बात करेंगे हम लोग कि ये स्टैंडर्ड एग्जैक्टली कैसे करना है। So logic behind it. Suppose, can you calculate for me? Xerox machine purchase on 1/4/2018 for 50,000. Useful life is 5 years. After 2 years, can you calculate book value? आप लोग इसकी book value calculate करोगे क्या? ऐसा बोल रहे हैं कि मेरे दो आवाजें आ रही है। मनीष जी चेक करते हो एक बार? डबल आवाज आ रही है क्या मनीष जी? दो आवाजें नहीं आ रही है ना? After 2 years, 50,000 divided by 5 years into 2 years. So your depreciation is 20,000. Depreciation is 20,000. And your carrying amount is 50,000 minus 20,000 is 30,000. So carrying amount is 30,000. Correct after 2 years? अभी on 1/4/2018 it is 50,000 and these assets are on 1/4/2020. Net realizable value. Now net realizable value means if you are going to sell that asset in the market. And value in use. Value in use is present value of all your cash flows. बेटा जो लीज में कैलकुलेट किया था ना, लीज रेंटल की आज की वैल्यू is called as present value. Okay, value in use. So what is the impairment loss? See, carrying amount is 30,000. Carrying amount कितली है? 30,000. And NRV and value in use. NRV means asset, if you are going to sell it, you will get 20,000. And if you are using that asset, and if you calculate inflows generated by the asset, and if you take present value of that inflows generated, what is value in use? Inflows, calculate inflows generated, and after that calculate present value of that inflows. It is 25,000. Okay. So whichever is higher. So I will consider NRV or value in use 25,000. Whichever is higher, 25,000. value in use and NRV, and therefore it is not correct to show the asset at 30,000. You cannot overstate the asset, and therefore asset is impaired. So that 5,000 को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Accounting भाषा में it is not depreciation. Accounting भाषा में we call it as impairment. So you got the logic behind it? Say yes or no. चलो जल्दी से बताओ. Sir, present value how to calculate? It's very simple. Present value, I will show you the present value. I will give you one example. हाँ जी, मैं ही आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ. चलो आप लोग ही प्रेजेंट वैल्यू निकालो. यस्टरडे ओनली यू हैव कैलकुलेटेड नो बेटा. हाँ जी बेटा, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. चलो दो प्रेजेंट वैल्यू के एग्जांपल्स आई विल गिव यू. ईयर, फर्स्ट ईयर, अप टू 4 ईयर और 5 ईयर्स. ठीक है. एंड कैश फ्लोज, $15,000 in the second year, 35,000, 28,000, you expected 40,000. Take a discounting factor at the rate of 10% up to 4 digits and tell me the present value. So आपको मुझे बतानी है present value. Yes, can you calculate this? चलो देखो. Tell me present value. Tell me present value. Present value बताओ जल्दी. चलो फटाफट. कैलसी पे क्या करोगे? You will take 1 divided by 1.1. Yes, write down बेटा. रब पेजेस पे and tell me the answer. So first thing and then is equal to press करो. 1 divided by 1.10 on calci. अनमोल ने सबसे तेज आंसर दिया. तो करेक्ट आंसर इज, अनमोल भाव ने सबसे फास्ट आंसर दिया. 1,08,836 और ये 834 आ रहा है. राउंडिंग ऑफ डिफरेंस इज ओके बेटा. नाउ गिविंग यू वन मोर क्वेश्चन. लास्ट क्वेश्चन बेटा, जल्दी करो. दिस इज योर करेक्ट आंसर. 15%. So calculate बेटा फटाफट. You can check your discounting factor afterwards. Please do not make mistakes. In discounting factor, everyone should get the correct answer. Chalo, finally tell me. Yes. Tell me beta, what is the present value? फटाफट बोलिए. This is how you calculate. This is called as value in use. This is called as value in use. चलो सेकंड वन का आंसर बताइए. Who is giving fast answer? 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Hmm. 15%. 15%. See, discounting factor increases, your present value decreases. Correct answer is yes, beta. $79, 160. And in the same question, now do this question, same question. एक second, ना. हाँ जी. Same cash flows. You can check here. Don't do this. 15,000. If I do 15,000, I will copy paste this, हाँ जी. ये मैं ऊपर copy paste कर लेता हूँ. You can see here at 10%, answer is 91, 169. If same cash flows. And at the same time, 15% will give you different cash flows. You can check your present value goes down. So discounting factor increases. Write down. Present value decreases in the comment section. Comment section में लिखो. Yes. So it's very important that discounting factor increases. Present value decreases. Write down it in the comment section. Comment section में लिखो फटाफट. Discounting factor increases. Present value decreases. Discounting factor increases. Present value decreases. ये IMP है. आप देख सकते हो जैसे जैसे डिस्काउंटिंग फैक्टर बढ़ाया जाएगा, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू डिक्रीज होगा. ओके, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. बेटा जब मैं लिखने को बोलता हूं प्लीज राइट डाउन इट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन एंड यू कैन चेक हियर. Yes. Now, so you got the logic how to calculate present value is easy. And NRV beta is a net selling price. What is net? यहाँ पे net realizable value means net selling price. The objective of A is 28. So what you got? The objective. Yes. जो बच्चा लिखता है उसको याद भी रहता है, ये ध्यान में रखिए. What is the objective? objective of AS 28 to prescribe the procedure that enterprise applies to ensure that its assets are not carried at more than recoverable amount. Now, what is recoverable amount? Recoverable amount is higher of, write down it in the comment section, VIU or net selling price. VIU is value in use. You can write full forms. So your carrying amount always should be always less than your recoverable amount. And what is recoverable amount? So write down first, carrying amount is less than recoverable amount, and recoverable amount is higher of. Yes, beta, Anmol, you can write shortcuts, but you have to one time to be at least you have to write full forms, and you can last may show what is GRV, UGRV. You can give notes. GRV is guaranteed residual value. UGRV is unguaranteed. You can use shortcuts then. Yes. So carrying amount should not exceed recoverable amount, and recoverable amount is higher of value in use and net selling price. Very good. Write down every one of you. भूमिका का टाइपिंग का स्पीड बहुत अच्छा है, रीटो का स्पीड अच्छा है, प्रिंस का स्पीड अच्छा है. गुड. बहुत चैटिंग करते लगता है आप लोग. Very good. Next one. Assessment. But before starting assessment, we'll solve two questions. चलो 2 questions आप लोग solve करते हैं. I will provide you this worksheet. Don't worry. ये worksheet I will provide you. Yes. Can you calculate for question 1? Find out the impairment loss, treatment of impairment loss, next year depreciation. Cost is 56 lakhs. Confuse us. Useful life 10 years. Salvage value 0. And current carrying amount is 27.30. Calculate the answer. Okay. Write down the solution. Write down the solution. The study material question, you will find it very simple once you got the logic behind it. Number 1. Acha, this is SS question 1. संकेत सर के दिए हुए question 1. You can write it in 400 pages book. impairment loss. Serial number, particulars, computation, rupees. Serial number 1. What is carrying amount? Yes, write down. Carrying amount given 27.3 rupees in lakhs. Roman 2. Recoverable amount given. You will get this question beta today itself. मैं आपको provide करूंगा 12 lakhs. टेलीग्राम पे भी भेज देता हूं आपको. Impairment loss 1 minus 2 15.30. Your recoverable amount is greater. What is the balance? This is very important. Upward revaluation. So revaluation surplus. Upward revaluation means revaluation surplus given 14. So beta, already there is a balance in revaluation surplus. So Roman 5, P&L debit 1.3. Depreciation of current year 12 lakhs divided by 3 years, 4. Journal entry. Revaluation surplus account debit 14. P&L debit 1.3. 2. Asset 15.3. To asset 15.3. Yes, next year depreciation we already calculated. So this is how yes. So question 1 is very simple. So in this question, we have already upward revaluation. Dekh beta, you have to recognize loss 15.3. But we already, yes, have balance in the revaluation surplus. Balance in revaluation surplus beta, accounting standard 10. So asset we increased. Okay, revaluation surplus में already balance है. So previously हमने क्या entry किया रहेगा? Asset to revaluation. Okay, so first we will use that balance 14 lakhs because it has a credit balance. Now we will debit it because if there is impairment कितने का है? Impairment by 15.3. But already balance is there in the revaluation surplus 14. So first we will use that and this is the balancing figure, P&L account debit. ठीक है? Easy, easy. Impairment loss, easy है बेटा एकदम. हाँ जी. Now question 2. Question 2. This is CA final question. एकदम easy है. They may ask you it in the intermediate. Okay. So revaluation surplus में balance होगा तो first use that. So what is the treatment? If there is a balance in the revaluation surplus, use that balance. Okay. On January 1, year 1, entity Q purchased a machine costing 2,40,000. कितने का मशीन है बेटा? 2,40,000. यूजफुल लाइफ कॉस्ट है 20 years. 20 years is a useful life, which is denominator. So 2,40,000 minus scrap value 0 divided by 20 years is your depreciation. तो depreciation कितना हुआ? 12,000. Depreciation is calculated on straight line. The assets is revalued at rupees 2,50,000. See, now you will understand question 1 very easily. So revalued 2,50,000, but no change in the life in year 3. On 1st January 2004, year 4, impairment reviewed shows the recoverable amount is 1 lakh. Recoverable amount कितना है? 1 lakh. And its remaining life is 10. So therefore, you impair the asset and recoverable amount is 1 lakh. तो सबसे पहले, what is the carrying amount at the end of year 3 and revaluation surplus? Yes, so write down, beta. Number 1. लिखो बेटा, लिखो. संकेत सर, question 2. Carrying amount after 2 years and revaluation surplus. Serial number, particulars, computation, rupees. Cost given. What is the cost, beta? 2,40,000. How much depreciation you provided? Depreciation for 2 years. कितने साल का depreciation provide किया? 2 साल का depreciation we have provided. 1 minus 0 divided by 20 into 2. 24,000. WDV after 2 years. 1 minus 2. 2,16,000. Yes. Next. Roman 4. WDV after revaluation. WDV after revaluation is 2,50,000 given. So tell me, what is the revaluation surplus balance? 3 minus 4, 34,000. So here answer is 34,000. Easy. Second question. B. Carrying amount after 3 years. 2,50,000 is revised value divided by 2,50,000 and 2 years completed. So remaining years are 18 years. 20 minus 2. 2 years completed. What is the balance? 2,50,000 divided by 18. 13,889. Two 36,111. 236,111. Yes, you can write here 4 minus 3. Okay. 3 minus 4 से अच्छा 4 minus 3. You won't get negative figure. Correct है बेटा? So you understood how to calculate carrying amount after 3 years. Now this is your carrying amount. C. Third one. Impairment loss. You will compare your carrying amount and recoverable amount. Carrying amount is 236,111 and recoverable amount. Yes, beta. What is the recoverable amount? Recoverable amount is 1 lakh. And therefore, impairment loss. Carrying amount is exceeding recoverable amount. Carrying amount minus recoverable amount. You can write over here CARA. CARA. 236,111. 1 lakh. 136,111. Now, beta, impairment loss मतलब asset credit. Asset credit. But at the same time, revaluation surplus first use 34,000 and balancing figure profit and loss account. Now you got the concept. One zero two 1 1. Okay. So entry is revaluation surplus debit 34,000. P&L debit 102,112 to asset 136,111 is the entry. Answer number 3 over. And depreciation of year 5, 4. D. Depreciation. Now new carrying amount is 1 lakh. Rupees 1 lakh. And remaining life is 10 years. 10,000 for year 4. Very, very simple. एकदम easy है once you got the concept. First use revaluation surplus. तो ये क्वेश्चन में सब कुछ था. You got the concept of impairment loss. Impairment loss. अभी बताइए इजी है क्या? इजी है? चलो वेटिंग. So revaluation surplus, how we calculated? In the second year, its WDV is 2,16,000. But you have done the revaluation. That is 2,50,000. So revaluation surplus, S10 में सिखाया था. When you are increasing asset, it is called as revaluation surplus. Decrease हुआ तो P&L. Yes. Easily understood? Easily understood बेटा? कोई दिक्कत नहीं है? Say yes or no. बेटा थोड़ा सा ध्यान देके करिए. It's very simple. एकदम सिंपल है. मुझे गारंटी आप लोगों को आएगा. Don't give up. You students are brilliant बेटा. Don't give up. चलो कमेंट सेक्शन में लिखो. I'm waiting for your replies. हाँ जी बेटा. कॉन्सेप्ट बस एक ही बताता है. What is the concept? Carrying amount. Carrying amount मतलब balance sheet value. What is the balance sheet value over here? Carrying amount 2,16,000. Correct है? You can you can do upward revaluation. 2,50,000 तो 34,000. ये कौन सिखाता है? S10. Property, plant and equipment. S10 teaches us revaluation surplus. So your new value is 2,50,000 after revaluation. You have done the depreciation. So this is your revised carrying amount. Revised carrying amount after upward revaluation. Upward revaluation. Then what happened? But then you understood, oh, my asset is not giving me 2,36,111. If I am going to sell it in the market, or amount which is derived, value in use, higher is only 1 lakh rupees. So I want to shift to recoverable amount. मुझे recoverable amount पे shift होना है. मेरे बुक में कितनी वैल्यू दिख रही है? 236,111. और मैं वहां से शिफ्ट कहां पे होऊंगा? रिकवरेबल अमाउंट पे. तो बेटा इसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं मामू? इम्पेयरमेंट लॉस. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? इम्पेयरमेंट लॉस. हाँ, डी रिकॉग्नाइज इन सिंपल भाषा. एसेट डी रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं बोलेंगे इसको, बिकॉज एसेट इज कंटिन्यूइंग, बट यू हैव टू डिक्रीज द वैल्यू. And normally asset value decreases due to depreciation. But other than depreciation is impairment loss. Okay, if you want to decrease the asset value, what do you have to call it as? impairment loss. ओके अविनाश, ये डिफिकल्ट नहीं है, सिर्फ दो चीजें याद रखनी है। कैरिंग अमाउंट जो बुक में वैल्यू है ना, कैरिंग अमाउंट थी पहले, अपवर्ड रिवैल्यूएशन किया, इधर आ गई, और फिर यहां से वापस यहां लेना है, बुक वैल्यू से भी नीचे। तो रिवैल्यूएशन को पहले यूज करो, रिवैल्यूएशन को पहले यूज करो, उसके बाद पी एंड एल को डेबिट करो। ऊपर लेके जाना है तो रिवैल्यूएशन सरप्लस, नीचे लेते टाइम पहले रिवैल्यूएशन सरप्लस जो है वो यूज करो, और वो नहीं हुआ तो पी एंड एल को यूज करो। ये स्टैंडर्ड बता रहे हैं। ओके, एंड अभी नई वैल्यू कितनी आई? नई वैल्यू इज 1 लाख, एंड remaining life after 1 lakh is divided in 10 years. So new depreciation is 10,000. बहुत इजी है, कुछ नहीं है बेटा, कुछ भी नहीं है। ये दो क्वेश्चन समझ गए तो बेटा इम्पेयरमेंट आधा समझ गया। वंस यू गॉट दिस क्वेश्चन 1 एंड क्वेश्चन 2। डाउनवर्ड रिवैल्यूएशन के केस में तो पी एंड एल को ही डेबिट होगा ना बेटा, डाउनवर्ड था और डाउनवर्ड किया तो रिवैल्यूएशन सरप्लस यही नहीं, पी एंड एल को ही डेबिट करेंगे, बिकॉज डाउनवर्ड रिवैल्यूएशन वी डेबिटेड इट टू पी एंड एल, एंड अगेन डाउनवर्ड it's again P and L. So there is no revaluation surplus, or there is no revaluation deficit. We debit profit and loss account as per prudence concept. I already taught you in AS10. और कुछ questions है, और कुछ questions waiting for your questions. No? Should I move? कुछ भी दिमाग में नहीं समझाए तो बोल दीजिए फटाफट, और कोई गिव अप नहीं करेगा, कोई गिव अप नहीं करेगा। एसेट को डेप्रिसिएशन से माइनस करना है। बोलो बेटा, गॉट द लॉजिक? इजी है, बेसिक्स क्लियर, वेरी गुड गौरव। अविनाश, गॉट द लॉजिक? गौरव, क्लियर सर? अदर स्टूडेंट्स? यस, मूव। assessment. Assessment means computation. When are you going to calculate this? An enterprise should assess at each balance sheet date. Each balance sheet date. Okay. Whether your asset is impaired or not. If such indication exists, you should estimate recoverable amount. What is recoverable amount? It's a higher of. And if asset impaired, मतलब क्या? Carrying amount. बैलेंस शीट में जो वैल्यू दिख रही है, बुक्स में वैल्यू जो दिख रही है, इज ग्रेटर देन इट्स रिकवरेबल अमाउंट, इट्स ग्रेटर देन its recoverable amount. Applicability. The standard is applicable to 1/4/2004 में अप्लाई हुआ। बिफोर 1/4/2004 देयर वाज नो स्टैंडर्ड। तो बेटा मैं जब सीए फाइनल में आया तब ये स्टैंडर्ड अप्लाई हो चुका था, पर व्हेन आई वाज इन फाउंडेशन द स्टैंडर्ड वाज नॉट एप्लीकेबल। ओके, कंपनी विच इज इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ लिस्टिंग, सेम बेटा, एंड जिसका टर्नओवर इज ग्रेटर देन 50 करोड़, और उसके बाद मतलब लिस्ट ये एक कैटेगरी की लेवल 1 एंटिटीज, एंड लेवल 2 3 बेटा बाद में आए, उनके लिए ऑल अदर एंटिटीज बाद में। स्कोप ऑफ S28, स्कोप ऑफ S28, scope of S28, it is not applicable if your standard itself suggests you कि you should record at cost or market value whichever is lower. कौन से स्टैंडर्ड है? जो बताते हैं कि कॉस्ट और मार्केट वैल्यू विच इज लोअर पे रिकॉर्ड करो. फर्स्ट वन इज S2. S2. So S2 itself has given guidance. So why S28 will give guidance? If other standard gives you guidance that cost or NRV which is lower, what is cost NRV is prescribed in the S2. तो बेटा S28 का मतलब ही नहीं बनता है. S28 has no use. Okay. Next. S13. S7 not yet taught. S13 बेटा investment account. Deferred tax. Tax, no. Revaluation में tax is not applicable. समझी गयो बेटा? समझी गयो? Yes. बेटा depends. Shrivansan ji, depends. Now what are indicators of impairment? Sir, how you got to know whether this asset is impaired or not? So there are some external evidences. It's given in the study material, beta. It's given in the study material. External evidences, outsiders. Outsider will tell you that your asset is impaired. These evidences, indicators. Assets market value, market में बेचने गए. You bought one asset. You bought one mobile for 1 lakh rupee. And then you understood market value diminished. Competitor came. And beta, he destroyed this asset value. So 1 lakh is now almost you are getting the same asset at 25,000. Market down of that asset. First indicator. Second one. Significant changes with an adverse effect on enterprise technological, market, economic or legal environment. So some example. Recession. Adverse effect. Recession हुआ. Market goes down. Technology outdated हो गया sir. Touchscreen mobile from keypad mobile. No one is using now keypad mobile. Keypad mobile value beta goes down. Ban of the product. Sir, we bought one machine and what happened? We bought one machine. We have a one product, cold drink. We bought one machine and government banned that product. Why? Because some content is not correct. It's like, you know, Coke और उसके ऊपर बहुत बार आता है. But our product better get banned. So अभी our asset is of no use. That machinery is of no use. So such asset. Market rate is greater than discount rate, which we are using. Sir, Excel में किया ना 10% and market is 17%. If discounting rate is more, market discounting rate is more, so your value in use is less. And less value in use, less recoverable amount. Less recoverable amount compared with carrying amount. Reverse calculation. Market rate less, discounting factor less. Sorry, market rate more, discounting factor more. Discounting factor more, present value less. Present value less, value in use less. Value in use less, recoverable amount less. And recoverable amount is less than the impairment loss आएगा if it is less than the carrying amount. Yes, sir. ठीक है? My asset value, net assets, I have a bunch of 20 assets. And if I see my shares value, my share is much lesser. So my company's share price is much lesser than my assets value. Oh, This is also one of the indicator. Your company is not in the good condition. So beta, you have to impair your assets. You have to impair your assets. So these are some external indicators. See, assets market value. Market value is not in your hand. Significant change is not in our hand. External. Market interest rate. External. Net asset value. External. You got this concept? Say yes or no. Haji sir. Now what are internal indicators? What are internal indicators? Obsolescence or physical damage of an asset. Physical damage. But it is in our hand. It's internal. हमारी asset गिर गई. Our mobile बेटा broken. Obsolescence. Technologically outdated हुआ. So physically damaged हुआ. Asset becoming idle. बेटा you bought one asset but you are not using it. एक laptop आपने लिया और use ही नहीं कर रहे हो. Idle. Or asset may be disposed of before expected due date. I thought कि asset I will use for 5 years. But I dispose of within 3 years. So my expectation beta reduces. Economic performance is worse than the expected. माधव बेटा तू वापस लेक्चर देख, ऊपर से जा रहा है तो ये इंडिकेटर्स है. मेरी एसेट नीचे क्यों आई वैल्यू बेटा? इतना सिंपल है. माधव हर बार तू बोलेगा मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा है तो मैं कैसे हेल्प करूं? सिर्फ मेरी एसेट की वैल्यू कैसे डाउन हो रही है वो मैं इंडिकेटर्स है भाई. मुझे कैसे समझेगा कि मेरे एसेट की वैल्यू डाउन हो गई? तो ये कुछ इंडिकेटर है. मेरे एसेट गिर गई है या मेरे एसेट से जो जुड़े मैं एसेट को यूज ही नहीं कर रहा हूं. मैं मोबाइल लाके रखा और यूज ही नहीं कर रहा हूं. इकोनॉमिक परफॉर्मेंस, वो एसेट पैसा जो कमा के दे रही है. इकोनॉमिक मतलब पैसा जो मुझे मिलता है इज वर्स देन एक्सपेक्टेड. जो पैसा मैंने एक्सपेक्ट किया था कि मैं सपोज मैं मोबाइल लूंगा तो मैं क्लाइंट प्लेस पे जाऊंगा तो मोबाइल का मैं यूज करूंगा, उससे मुझे पैसा मिलेगा. ओके. या मशीन लिया था, मशीन आई बॉट इट. आई थॉट कि आई विल गेट 1 लाख रुपीज पर एनम फ्रॉम दैट मशीन. बट बेटा दैट मशीन इज नॉट गिविंग मी दैट आउटपुट. प्रॉपर आउटपुट दे रहा है but not income. So income is only 30,000. So that is one of the indicators that value in use is less. Actual net cash outflows. Outflows है, यहाँ पे outflows है. Are worse than budgeted. मैंने जो कैश फ्लो बजट किया था उससे भी ज्यादा मेरा खर्चा हो रहा है. I was budgeting 25,000 was my expenditure. I budgeted 25,000 should be my expenditure, but I incurred 40,000 expenditure. So my outflows are more, inflows are less. Inflows are less, outflows are more. Yes. Okay. यहाँ पे इनफ्लो है, सॉरी यहाँ पे आउटफ्लो है. मेंटेनिंग एसेट मतलब आउटफ्लो और ये आपका इनफ्लो है. सॉरी, जो आपने इनफ्लोज एक्सपेक्ट किए थे वो वर्स्ट है. मींस व्हाट एक्सपेक्टेड उससे कम आए एंड आउटफ्लोज आर मोर देन एक्सपेक्टेड. तो उस केस में क्या होगा? इट विल बी इंटरनल इंडिकेटर आपके कैश फ्लो से. इफ इट इज रिलेटेड टू मार्केट देन बेटा एक्सटर्नल. इफ इट इज रिलेटेड टू कंपनी इट इज इंटरनल. सो दीज आर सम इंडिकेटर्स. इन दिस केसेस यू शुड impair your asset. आपका impairment होगा. Your recoverable amount is lower and recoverable amount lower means impairment. We will solve one question on impairment and better then we will stop. Okay. So question number 3. The following information is available for fixed asset of a company. So this information is available. Carrying amount asset shown in the balance sheet, accumulated depreciation is 340. So carrying amount after depreciation, net of accumulated depreciation, मतलब carrying amount is 340. And present price मार्केट प्राइस, मार्केट मार्केट मतलब नेट सेलिंग प्राइस. The company charges depreciation 20% assuming 10 years as is useful life. ये तो बात की बात है. My carrying amount is 340 and my net selling price is 300. Value in use not available. So we will consider net selling price is the final answer and my carrying amount is greater. Oh, this is one of the indicator. This is one of the indicator. Yes, indicator. मार्केट में सस्ते में मिल रहा है, इंडिकेटर. फर्स्ट वन इंडिकेटर. सेकंड वन, एट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द करंट ईयर ऑन रिव्यू रिमेनिंग लाइफ डिक्लाइंड. ओ, रिमेनिंग लाइफ मेरी डिक्लाइन हो गई ड्यू टू टेक्नोलॉजिकल चेंजेस, obsolescence, technological changes. Life goes down. Life goes down means cash flows are less. Cash flows are less means it is one of the indicator. Value in use is less. And value in use is less matlab, yes, it is one of the indicator. Market rate declined. Market rate 16 से 15 हुआ. 15%. So your discounting factor less. And if your discounting factor less, present value more. Not an indicator. Present value बढ़ रही है, अच्छी बात है. कम होती रहेगी तो indicator. If increases, not an indicator. So third one is not an indicator. Fourth one, book value to market capitalization ratio. Book value of asset is X and market में same value is 0.8. So market में your asset value is more as compared to your capitalization, market rate. So बेटा this is not the indicator. Asset अच्छी है, asset अच्छा कमा के दे रही है और market में कम value है. So it is indicator. So what is the answer? Answer is very easy. You can see the answer. First were only indicators. Decline in the net selling price. Reduction, therefore indicator. Reduction in remaining life is indicator. Market interest rate means discounting factor decline. Present value increases. No impairment. Book value is more. अच्छा sorry उल्टा लिखा मैंने. Book value is 0.8 and market is 1. So market में you are getting good amount ना of your assets. Yes, more than book value. So it is yes. बेटा मैंने उल्टा बताया था ये. Sorry, book का value 0.8 and market में you are going to sell it at 1 rupee. Market capitalization 1. So book में 0.8 but market में 1 rupee. अच्छी बात है. So it is not an indicator. Answer correct बताया but reverse way में बताया था. Okay, it's by mistake. So book value is less than your market rate. So market में you are getting good amount as compared to book value. So no indicator. Yes. So बेटा now this is the last part था. So ये standard को हल्के में मत लीजिए. ये you can take a screenshot of this illustration 3 and now we are signing off बेटा. बहुत लिया आज. So we started with this and आपको आज हाँ जी बेटा स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिए. क्या लिखना है उसका स्क्रीनशॉट भी ले लीजिए. थ्योरी का इंटरनल वर्सेस एक्सटर्नल ले लीजिए बेटा. Yes, S28. You write down into 100 pages book and I am taking each and every question बेटा. Don't worry. Final के questions first I will take and these are indicators. Indicators you can write it in your 100 pages book, internal and external, and you have 3 questions and the question का भी आप लोग screenshot ले लिया. Question number 3 and answer उसका ये आंसर 400 पेजेस के बुक में लिखो. यस, इम्पेयरमेंट लॉस। ठीक है, चलो, फिनिश योर होमवर्क and tomorrow we'll do it in the evening. Please read study material thoroughly, each and every page, so tomorrow's session will be easy for you. Tomorrow ka session will be very easy for you. Chalo, take care, bye bye, thank you.